The Congress of South African Trade Unions calls on President Jacob Zuma and top businessmen to intervene in the farm workers' strike, and traffic officials in the Western Cape continue to show zero tolerance towards drunk motorists. I am Nomcebomia. COSATU in the Western Cape has called on President Jacob Zuma to intervene in the ongoing strike in the farming sector before it escalates. COSATU Provincial Secretary Tony Ehrenreich says efforts by the Labour Department in facilitating negotiations through the CCMA are inadequate. Farm workers went on strike in November in demand of a daily wage of 150 rand. Ehrenreich says the situation is volatile. Ehrenreich has also called on businessmen Patrice Motsepe and Tokyo Sekgwale to take a leading role in the seasonal farm worker wage talks. Ehrenreich was briefing the media at COSATU House in Cape Town. He says as prominent black farmers, Motsepe and Sekgwale have failed to show leadership. Ehrenreich says other black emerging farmers have been cooperating. President Jacob Zuma says following last year's Mangaung conference, the ANC and its COSATU alliance partner decided to intensify discussions on the future of the labour situation in the country. He has made the comments in an interview on SABC1's Sunday Live. Zuma says solutions to unemployment and labour unrest must be found long before elections scheduled to be held next year.
We are the government that must deal with all sectors, and one of the sectors is the youth, and one of the sectors is the working class. Now, you can't make one sector suffer because the other sector feels this would not get into our interest. We have said, for an example, you must have heard us, both the political report and organizational report, we have said we've got to sit down with COSATU and have discussions on a number of issues. We must find a solution. We can't fail to find a solution long before elections.
Western Cape traffic officials are continuing to show zero tolerance towards motorists driving under the influence of alcohol. Provincial Traffic Chief Kenny Africa says 30 drunken drivers have been arrested this weekend in roadblocks around the province. 2 drunk pedestrians were also arrested. He says the suspects are expected to appear in court tomorrow.
We then arrested 30 drunken drivers, and the highest reading recorded was 1,41, and that was in the Caledon region. The total amount of fines that we issued was 166,118 rand. We only had 2 fatalities reported in the Western Cape province over this weekend.